The Betrayal of Love. Lena had always believed in love. She was the kind of girl who dreamed of fairy tales, where true love always triumphed. Her heart belonged to Alex, the man who had captured her soul the moment they met. Their love was like a story written in the stars, or so she thought. Alex was charming, with his kind smile and words that made her feel like the only person in the world. They spent countless hours talking, laughing, and dreaming of a future together. Lena felt as if nothing could tear them apart. She trusted him completely, giving him all her love, all her heart. One evening, Alex asked her to meet him at their favorite cafe. Lena arrived early, her heart fluttering with excitement. She thought he might surprise her with something special, maybe even talk about a future together. But as she sat there waiting, her excitement slowly turned to confusion. He was late. When Alex finally arrived, his face was different. There was a tension in the air, something unspoken. He sat down, avoiding her gaze. "Lena," he began, his voice shaky. "There's something I need to tell you." Lena's heart skipped a beat. She sensed something was wrong, but she couldn't imagine what. "What is it, Alex?" she asked, her voice filled with concern. He took a deep breath, his eyes flickering with guilt. I met someone else," he said softly. Lena froze. The words didn't register at first. She felt as though the ground had been ripped from beneath her feet. "What do you mean?" she whispered, hoping that somehow this was all a misunderstanding. Alex looked away, unable to meet her eyes. "I didn't mean for it to happen. It just did. I've been seeing her for a few weeks now." His words were like daggers, each one slicing deeper into her heart. Lena felt the tears well up, but she forced them back. "How could you?" she whispered, her voice trembling. "How could you do this to me?" Alex reached across the table, his hand tentative, almost pleading. "Lena, I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt you. I care about you, but I care about her too." Lena pulled her hand away, feeling a wave of nausea wash over her. She had given him everything, her trust, her love, her heart. And this was how he repaid her, by betraying her in the worst way possible. "How long?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "How long have you been seeing her?" Alex hesitated, then answered. "A month." A month. For a month, she had been living in a lie. The thought of it made her feel sick. The man she thought she knew, the man she had trusted, had been deceiving her all along. She stood up abruptly, her chair scraping loudly against the floor. "I can't believe this," she said, her voice breaking. "I thought you loved me." "I do," Alex said, his eyes pleading. "But I'm not sure it's enough anymore." Lena shook her head, tears finally spilling down her cheeks. "Number, you don't get to say that. You don't get to say you love me after you've done this." She turned to leave, but Alex stood up, rushing to her. "Lena, please, don't go. I don't want to lose you." But Lena couldn't stay. She couldn't look at him anymore. She walked out of the cafe. Her heart shattered into 1,000 pieces. The world around her seemed to blur as she stumbled down the street, the weight of betrayal heavy on her chest. For days, Lena tried to make sense of it all. She replayed every moment, every conversation, every look, wondering when things had changed. But the truth was, Alex had never truly loved her the way she had loved him. She had been a part of his life, a chapter in his story, but not the whole story. The days turned into weeks, and Lena slowly began to heal. She surrounded herself with friends and family who reminded her of her worth. She found solace in her own company, rediscovering the strength she had lost in her relationship. But the pain of betrayal never fully disappeared. Every time she thought of Alex, a pang of hurt would echo in her chest. She had trusted him completely, and he had shattered that trust. In time, Lena learned that love wasn't about perfection. It wasn't about never making mistakes or never hurting each other. It was about honesty, respect, and loyalty. Alex had given her none of those things. One evening, months later, Lena walked past the cafe where she had first learned of Alex's betrayal. She paused for a moment, looking inside. It was just another cafe now, a place she had once shared memories with someone who had broken her heart. She took a deep breath and smiled, knowing that she was stronger now. She had been betrayed, but she had survived, and that was enough.